Hi, my name is Joshua Blanco, and I'm here to tell you about fluoroscopy today. What is fluoroscopy? Fluoroscopy is a type of X-ray modality that is used in the radiologic field, in the medicine, to find out, and it also shows continuous X-ray images on a monitor. On that monitor, you see the anatomy or instruments that is used dynamically to see, if the patient has any perforations or any type of illnesses or diseases. Where did fluoroscopy come from? It was invented by Thomas Edison in 1896. Not long after it was invented, the invention of the X-ray was invented by Wilhelm Conrad Roentgen in 1895. This right here is what a fluoroscopy really looks like. You can see that this is the fluoroscopy table. This is the overhead that's used for X-rays, which is you can use it for the scalp film before you start the X-rays of the fluoroscopy. This over here is this comes out over the patient with lead strips to protect the radiographer. And this right here is the viewing monitor, so that way while the radiologist is taking the images, he can see what he or she can look at what they're trying to find. This right here is a diagram of how the X-ray photons go from underneath the patient to above the patient, which it goes from here where this is the X-ray tube, and this is the source, which is also the patient, and this is the image intensifier tube. And then as you can see that it goes in an upward direction, it goes here, and then it goes to the monitor where they are looking to see what they're wanting to find. The image intensifier tube has many characteristics in how it works. It converts X-rays into visible light at a higher intensity more than traditional fluorescent screens through a process, and that it goes through the input screen, the photocathode, the electrostatic lenses, the anode, the the output screen, the beam splitter, and it goes all the way to the monitor. Here is a diagram of the image intensifier. As you can see, the X-rays come in through here, and it hits the photocathode, which is also the glass envelope, and then it creates the electrons which travel and hit the anode, which hits the anode, and from there you can see that it keeps going, and it gets to right here is where the beam splitter is, and then it goes to the monitor and to the viewing monitor and to the for spot films as well. The clinical applications for fluoroscopy goes as follows. They have for barium enemas, it's for the large intestine. The small bowel is for the small intestine. The upper gastrointestinal series is to see how their esophagus and the GI tract, to see if there's any protrusions. For the esophagram is to see the effects of how the patient swallows and to see if there's any obstructions going down the esophagus. The IVP is a intravenous polyogram that's for the urinary and the kidneys, and then they also use it for cardiac catheterizations. Here are some images from that show fluoroscopy. These are all still images. This one here is a small bowel series. This one is a barium enema. As you can see, this one has double contrast. This is single contrast because this is just the barium. This is barium with air. And then over here, this is a barium swallow, which is also called a upper GI series, where you can see the contrast passing through the esophagus. There are advantages and disadvantages to fluoroscopy. And they are the advantages are that they allow the physician physician to see a live image of the body's internal organs and to observe their size, shapes, and movements. It provides a dynamic and functional information. They're readily available. It's not that expensive, and allows real-time interaction. And it shows good visualized bony structures for when they look for any bones or anything like that. Now, the disadvantages is that although radiation is minimal, there is a chance for skin injury due to radiation exposure, as well as usual risks associated with radiation. Also there may be overlapping anatomy, like when the patient is lying on their side, you'll see that their intestines are overlapping, so you have to position them in a way where you can see the anatomy needs to be seen. It's very limited patient mobility and ability. If the patient can't move, it's very difficult to get the image that's required. It also shows poor soft tissue resolution and is also an ionizing radiation. And here we have a video of a fluoroscopy exam.